Why the Air Force is interested in a little electric plane that the rotors pointed towards the ground and a heavy-side plane by the Kitty Hawks that looks like almost complete its dream desire project, and this project after completion it's attract the eye of the Air Force and they are showing those interest buying those electric plane, and when it's first run into the sky and it's lift off and up and looking out something that unlike a model of spacecraft that pulled the skyward by fishing line is an old science fiction movie. It is in action for the flight testing in the last month, December 2021, and after it's lifted off and it's a model that looks like a science fiction movie, and that's the attractiveness, that's the beauty of this new electric plane that creates those interest and makes some very much of eye attraction for the Air Force, and they are very much interested for looking forward for the flight and the aircraft that looks as smooth as any other, the elegant machine, the aircraft that is a Kitty Hawk's heavy-side, and that is an Air Force Reserve pilot that flew on remotely in December last month and with the rotors that towards the ground, and it's almost completed, and that's the way we can expect those things that they are very much interested. The rotors that forwarded the flight and looks as much smooth as any other, and the machine gently that mountain valleys crosses those circling, and outside those trace speedos location in the California region in US, and on the landing approach it's again pivoted for a descent by the rotors, and landing appears almost as a very gentle and smooth with just a little of the touch and familiar to the helicopter pilot. The heavy-side electric plane is not quite a drone and quite a cute aircraft, and certainly not a flying car in nature. And through this momentous and iconic point of view, and the view that we witness on that occasion, and that described as is similar to all those features that a vehicle that only transport a single person, but it can be remotely piloted, and it has some many autonomous features. It is a loftiest version. It's floated by the companies, and it's a way to reduce the ground traffic by taking advantage of the open space on the sky, and that makes this project, or that makes this flight very much interesting, and it's create those compelling features in not just the work of the plane, but also the ethics, the importance, the creativity, the admirability that the Air Force is very much appreciate, that the utility of an electric plane that can be the future, and it's very much appreciable that the Air Force is so involved with this civilian craft. During the flight between December 13 to 17, that the Air Force Reserve pilot on the 317 flight test squadron on those participation on the behalf of some AFWOX is a technology that accelerator within the US Air Force, and is designed to explore a range of technologies that could someday be incorporated into the military. For the desired purpose that is intended to be, that is the purpose to build is electric vehicle, the electric plane that is to serve the nation, that is utilized by the Air Force, and the design to explore the technologies and that is used in the US Air Force, and that could someday is incorporated into the military in the future. That the part of the is participatory, and those with the Kitty Hawk and AFWOX and the Machinas that successfully flew those heavy side remotely. What that we are trying to do is develop a training pipeline in the Air Force to understand these types of aircraft. That is the opinion of the McKenna that is said in F-1's release, and that we can get those joint Air Force industry experimentation on the basis of team and how can they open those aperture for the engagement of these types of aircraft dramatically. And this heavy side is the best thought and a single seat transport, and it can carry a passenger who weighs no more than 170 pounds, and the constraint that mean that it is the present form, it could carry the fewer than half of the US adult, and that including many will meet those military fitness standards, and that is the way ability, that's the way and the ability to take off those vertically, and they have landed vertically, and thanks to those pivoting rotors, that the features and that give those planes a tremendous flexibility, and when it can be travel anywhere. The plane that having a speed of 180 miles per hour, that meaning the heavy side that would possibly travel from the Kitty Hawk's testing sites in the Tres Pinos in the US, and that the headquarters in Palo Alto in about 27 minutes, or about a third of the time of a car that traveling the same route. That means the speed of this electric vehicle, the electric plane, is a 3 times that a car is taken, gone to the distance, and in the flying of at least 1,500 feet above the ground, and that's the heavy side that is quite for an aircraft, and with a given noise of 35 decibel only. It is slightly louder than the whisper and about 100 times down than the helicopter. The helicopter is the default aircraft that is used for the rescue operation, for any disaster management campaign, for any earthquake or any national calamity that is occurred. This is a savior for the Navy and other military operation as basic vehicle for those purposes, and for the good reason that the technology is very familiar, refined, and the helicopter such as the Black Hawk can carry 11 passengers seated, and that is, imagine a scenario where military would want to extract a person by a small silent vehicle. It is very useful and utilize those electric plane that is to be used in the future, and the potential that the military and the industry that use those cases largely that overlap for the riverside heavy side, and that could transport the injured personnel, evacuate the people from the hostile territories, deliver those cargo or first aid, make those emergency medical services more accessible in rural areas, congested cities, many populated areas, location, access to it, firefighting or any other rescue operation, among many other potential scenarios and advantages that this electric plane will be used, and the Air Force is keen to, brought it to their home, and that's the reason for those interest in the electric plane that is created. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.